Morning, Abotai. Now that we find ourselves during the 9 days between Rosh Chodesh Av and Tisha B'Av, with regards to the minhag of not eating meat or drinking wine during this time, there are some exceptions to the rule, like we spoke about, by Seudat Mitzvah. For instance, if there's a Brit Milah, Pidyon Bin, Bar Mitzvah on the day during this time, it is perfectly acceptable, according to the Minhag HaSfaradim, to eat meat and drink wine at the Seudat Mitzvah. Now, weddings obviously don't happen now, so even though a wedding is a Seudat Mitzvah, but the minhag in all of Am Yisrael is not to hold any weddings now until after Tisha B'Av. Now, another kind of Seudat Mitzvah that the poskim bring down that's permissible to have meat and drink wine is a Siyum Masechet. The person who finishes a Masechet, you can have meat at that Seudah. Now, the Eliyah Rabbah writes in Siman Tav Kuf Nun Aleph that a person is not allowed to specifically organize a Siyum or try to set a Siyum for the 9 days. The only time you can have a Siyum with meat during the 9 days is if you were learning and you happen to have finished according to your normal schedule during the 9 days. That's a Seudat Mitzvah, you can have meat. Otherwise, no. Many poskim disagree with the Eliyah Rabbah. Going to be Yedidia Vail in his Sheilot U'Tshuvot quotes his father, the Korban Netanel, who says that no, his father used to learn a Masechet bedavka with kavanah to be Mesayim during the 9 days, and he says that was the minhag. Many poskim bring this down. Not only that, several poskim bring down that the minhag was to the Yosef Da'at, are going to be Yosef Shol Natanzon and others. They say not only learning with kavanah to finish then, but even if a person finished the Masechet earlier and he left over a few lines of the Gemara to finish, meaning he didn't finish, he almost finished and left over a few lines bedavka for the 9 days in order to make a nice siyum for people and have meat and wine, that's also acceptable. Maran Zichron Livracha rules likewise on this issue in Chazon Ovadia Arba Ta'aniyot, and he says la halacha that it is acceptable if a person has a siyum to push it off and hold it during the 9 days, especially since eating meat now is only mechalat minhag, and especially because the Mekubalim say that as a result of having Seudat Siyum Masechet, that weakens the power of the Satan, the Sitra Achara, and therefore it is mutar. Now, obviously, you have to be invited to such a siyum. There are certain people who are siyum, Brit Milah, Pidyon Ben, Bar Mitzvah crashers just for the meat. That's still obviously asur. Only people who are usually invited and are part of the simcha are permitted to partake of the meat and wine at these seudot. Have a wonderful day.